जो भी वैसे ऐसा खासा से ना ला जाए
Krish is on strike. Prakar Mishra is on the mark.
Good afternoon and welcome to Kowloon Cricket Club. Aaron Bush with you for the Under-17s Eliminator. It's very exciting. It is KCC Hurricanes versus the Little Saiwan Tigers. KCC won the toss and they have elected to bat. Krish and Prakar out there in the middle for KCC. Joining me in commentary for this Eliminator, it is Matt Botfield. Umpires signalling to the scorers. We're ready to get this game underway. Bots, big game. Oh, you're still off. You're not on mic yet.
Here I am.
There you
I
are.
am. Welcome back. Good afternoon. Yeah, big game. Spot in the grand final available. Doesn't get bigger than this for the under-17s. It's Patani on strike.
Sultan coming in from the bowling green end. Leading edge. He's going to get a 4 out of this though. It's gone just to the left of the gully fielder. 4 runs to get underway for KCC.
Yeah, found the outside edge of the bat. Raced away to the boundary for 4. Good start for KCC. Big game we watched this morning. Infidels beating the Templars for a spot in the semi-finals of the Sunday Elite T20, and now backing it up with the Eliminator in the under-17, spot in the grand final on the line. LSW versus KCC. Riding behind the line defends that well. KCC finished second on the table at the end of their 5 matches. They had 3 wins and 2 losses, as did the Little Saiwan Tigers, 3 wins and 2 losses also. They both finished equal on 6 points. Got through to this on net run rate in front of USRC. So winner of this game will go on to play top of the table Pakistan in the grand final. Short. Plays it well. That's going to run away all the way, is it? Probably not. It's just going to be run down inside the rope. Or is it? Yes, it is. Puts a foot, puts a hand. He saves it inside the rope. Good piece of fielding in the end. Final will be played next Saturday morning. Premier Division final out at Mission Road at 8:10 in the morning. So big opportunity to go through to the big grand final. A few fielding changes here for LSW. Put a 3rd right on the rope. Gully just coming around it a little bit. Patani just watches that go through from Iqbal. Outside the off stump. Patani and Mishra, the opening batsman for KCC, will be looking to establish a platform in this 35-over match.
And Bots, I'll just let you know, at the moment we don't have the overlay up on the stream, so the scores aren't showing. So your dulcet tones are going to have to describe the score as well.
We will keep everyone suitably informed, Aaron. I won't miss a beat.
I'll go back into the tech box and see if I can get that up on the screen for the stream.
No problem at all. Ball opening the bowling from the bowling club end. Yeah, bit edgy there, just defended well. Just pushed out a little bit. No harm done from the KCC perspective. Earlier in the season when these two teams met, KCC were bowled all out for 114 and Little Saiwan Tigers chased it down easily. Chased it down in the 24th over to claim that victory. It was both teams' first match. Usman's going to take the new ball from the clubhouse end for LSW, bowling to Prakar Mishra. will face his first ball. He just defends. See Shoria Muta there at first slip. He's a very good leg spin bowler. DLSW played a part in the Hong Kong Under-19s World Cup qualifiers earlier in the season. Just defended again. I'll take you through the LSW 11. Ashwath Rao, Fazal Ubabakar Farouk, Imran Ahmad, Mok Shah, Muhammad Ali Usman, who's bowling now, Neil Patwa and Preet Menkakua. They're tremendous young batsmen, both of them. Kazim Iqbal, Shorin Muta, who I mentioned earlier, Shihan Audrey, Sivan Nandam, and Sultan Iqbal, who we saw bowl the first over.
I'm back, Bots. We've got the overlay up.
Welcome back.
Oh, great. It's gone through between slip and keeper.
Muta was just talking about Shoria Muta there. He's too wide at first slip. And that was a big chance. Should have been at first slip, traditional position. It would have gone straight to him. It didn't. Good chance. Mishra takes it. He gets off the mark with one. Just the KCC 11, Arush Garg, Arush Lika, Charlie Walsh, Krish Mukesh Bhutani is out there, Manik Kicha, Oli Shah, Payas Dujari, Pakam Mishra also out there, Shayan Puri, Ty Chappell and Will Walsh.
Quick single. Gets back, gets through. Good running. Brings Prakar back on strike. He's just got that first single this over. Full. Oh, it dropped right into the block hole. Good delivery. Dot ball. 35 over game. KCC will be looking to bat out all of it. Rotate through the commentary this afternoon as we've just come off the T20, Bots and I. So Bots is currently tucking into his lunch and I'll tuck into mine shortly. Short outside off, it's caught, it's got a wicket, that's the first wicket to fall. Great catch, just slashed it outside off, caught it cover, and the first wicket falls for the KCC Hurricanes.
No, that's tremendous there, tremendous start from the LSW. He really hit that out in the middle of the bat. It was a bit loose, but he smashed it. But a great catch was taken on the offside. KCC have lost their first wicket.
He'd left it alone. It was outside the tram lines. It was a wide, but he slashed it, hit it hard. It was a great catch. And the first wicket falls. Will Walsh coming out to the crease for the KCC Hurricanes, just coming off playing this morning in the T20 Sunday Elite. It's 14, playing in the Senior League on a Sunday, and now the Under-17s. Will Walsh will come to the crease. He's at the non-strikers end though, because that was the end of the second over. KCC Hurricanes 8 for 1. It was an absolutely pearler of a catch from Moksh. Get the first wicket. Playing outside the line of off there, Krish. He's on 7 from 8, including a boundary, which came down through second slip. So Will Walsh has come out to the crease. Both Walsh brothers will be playing in the Under-17s game today. Captain Charlie Walsh for the Hurricanes. He'll be out later. Will coming in at number 3. Joining Krish Bhutani out in the middle. Sultan Iqbal has been very tidy. He's got 6 runs so far, but that was a leading edge. 4 of them. And is Iqbal to Batani. Short this time, bottom edge. Gully picks it up, no run. Tidy over so far from Iqbal. 3 donuts, and as Bots likes to say, 3 dot balls can bring a wicket. Pressure's on. Make that 4 dot balls. The next generation of superstars out there for Hong Kong here in this under-17s eliminator final. Should be a cracking game. Krish defends again. 5 dot balls. Iqbal on track for a maiden. If you missed all the excitement of this morning's T20 Sunday Elite Cup game between the 2 KCC teams, you can catch it on YouTube. This one is now live. If you're going to watch it on the replay, it won't be live, of course. And that is a maiden for Iqbal. Well bowled. 3 overs done. KCC Hurricanes 8 for 1. Bots is back.
Aaron, I've got to say, I'm impressed with Butani. His defence, he looks extremely solid, extremely compact. It's very solid in behind the line, and he gets that shorter ball and trying to get away into the leg side. Found the fielder, but liking what I'm seeing. Starting off here from Butani. Of course, joined in the middle from Will Walsh out there. Played this morning for the Templars, as you mentioned.
Got a few runs for the Templars until he was eventually bowled by Teek Iqbal. He'll be facing his first delivery. Usman continuing from the members' end. 1 for 2 off his first over.
He's got a really nice approach to the wicket as well, Usman has. Good match up here, these 2 teams. Bushy, I was just saying earlier in the season, when they met, LSW rolled KCC for 114 and run down very easily by the LSW batsmen.
It's a good team out there for the Tigers. We saw that a bit from Will Walsh this morning, didn't we, Bots? Where he got a bit of bottom of my hand and it pops up.
Yeah, not dissimilar, was that? It's not reading the pace exactly correct, just punching it in the air, giving half a chance there.
Not sure of the rules of under-17s, but I'd like to see somebody in on that AstroTurf pitch or nearabouts.
Can come in with the lid on. No problem, as long as helmet's on.
It's a hot job though, out there in the sun today, being under the lids.
All the time in the world, 35 overs. These 2 just need to take their time. The LSW boys won't know this, but as we've seen in the big games, you can get a lot of uneven bounce with the bowling from the clubhouse end. So Will Walsh has got to be careful. It's how his brother Charlie got out in the T20 earlier today, the men's game. It's down leg side, be called wide it is.
That's the first runs for the Hurricanes in about 10 balls. There was a string of dots after that wicket. Handy extra, straight down leg. And Bots, I called a Caravel All-Stars under-17s game a month or so ago.
Under-16s.
Was it under-16s?
Under-16s All-Stars, yeah.
Under-14s and 16s. And
13-16s.
Yeah.
13-16.
I was there and I can't remember. A lot of the players out there today featured in those games. As I said, the superstars of tomorrow.
Do you remember if Usman was playing in that or not? Because I really like the look of his approach to the wicket. Very impressive. Bang. It's good. Oh, there's that one that gets up a little bit.
There it is.
If Usman can find that, he's going to cause the KCC batsmen all sorts of trouble. Yeah, we saw it 3 or 4 times in the men's game. It claimed Charlie Walsh's wicket, it claimed Sunny Bimsaria's head.
Did, straight into the lid.
And Monish, that's one, he didn't get away with it either. So, Usman again.
Shoulders, arms, another dot ball. Bowled 6 dot balls and a wide, that over Muhammad Ali Usman. Just the wide ruining his maiden. That is the end of the 4th over. KCC Hurricanes 9 for 1.
Yeah, good stuff from both teams. That's all right. 1 wicket down for KCC. DLSW will be very happy with, but with the opener and the number 3 out there for KCC. 35 overs, long game, 31 to go. They just need to establish a platform. What a coaching from the sideline here going on. A lot of yelling and screaming from the LSW coach.
Coach Khaled, he is very vocal.
Very passionate.
Moksh coming into the attack for LSW. Moksha bowling green end. Krish Patani on strike, 7 from 13. Been a while since he's made some runs off the bat. That's called wide by umpire Ahmed at the bowling green end. KCC coach is Atik, is it?
Atik Iqbal, coach of the 17s Hurricanes, yes.
So the Tigers coach Khalid down there underneath the members' end, bringing out instructions. Atik's probably having a shower after playing this morning. He's hit that well, but fielder at short cover cuts it off very nicely. This is the usual cricket Hong Kong 35 overs game. No power play. So they only got the 2 out behind square, protecting the ropes behind the keeper at the moment. LSW.
Very wide, that one, Aaron.
Very wide. Well taken.
Is that Neil Patwa behind the stumps? Yes.
It is the captain, Neil Patwa, with the gloves on.
Devang Balsara coming through the commentary box after a victory this morning into the semi-finals of the T20 Elite.
Pretty excited. He's got his lunch. Another wide outside off. Scott Zishan, the producer today, got his lunch.
It's actually delivery.
Oh, yeah, we didn't get delivery.
Huh.
We had to get it ourselves.
No, we did. No, Chris Walsh. The Walsh
well, that's
brought
true.
it down for us.
We didn't get any like superstars from the T20 Sunday Elite.
No, we just
bringing
got
our lunch down. Yeah. There you go.
Devang Balsara, welcome to the commentary box. It's good to have you with us. You're looking forward to the big semi-final next week?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It was. It's been a good game today and yesterday. Very hot conditions, but the spirit's high in the camp, and yeah, looking to win next week as well.
Well, Infidels, of course, would have gone into that game underdogs against the most favoured Templars, and you managed to put one over on them and get through.
Exactly. I mean, it's always nice to win against the Templars in a close match derby, and yeah, the boys are chuffed and really looking forward to next week.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
Hopefully you haven't got the early semi-final, the 8:15 start. Hopefully you've got the 11 o'clock start.
Well, that's what we discussed. We're hoping for 11 a.m. start, and then hopefully make it to the finals straight after that.
I've got an 8:15 start. It doesn't matter what time you guys are playing, but
yeah,
we'll be covering that hopefully for Cricket Hong Kong, the big finals of the Sunday Elite T20. It's going to be good for the Infidels and a week off for the Templars.
So you'll be there next week?
I believe I'll be there.
We're hoping to be there. We're waiting for the actual green light from Cricket Hong Kong. Obviously we can't do the KCC broadcast from out there because we're here. Because we can only do it here with the technology, but we rely on Cricket Hong Kong for next week, so hopefully we're out there covering all 3 games, yeah?
Absolutely.
Well, you should go have a shower and enjoy the afternoon.
It's been a pleasure. Thanks for commentating, both of you. It's been lovely to hear.
Thanks, Dev.
Not at all, Dev.
Have a great afternoon.
See you, buddy.
Devang Balsara there from the KCC Infidels, learning a very valuable rule. If you walk into our commentary position, we're going to put a microphone on you.
Very true.
Atik Iqbal actually came in at the same time and managed to sneak out.
Well, he got his timing very good, actually.
Yeah, he's over there in the nets. He managed to sneak out while we were talking to Dev, coach of the Hurricanes. Meanwhile, the game's been going on. There's a big appeal for caught behind, and there it is. Krish has got to go. Krish Bhutani caught behind. Neil Pawar takes a catch, and the second wicket falls for the Hurricanes.
Yeah, look, I was just saying only a couple of minutes ago how good Bhutani was looking, but then there's a loose one outside off, and he throws his bat at it. He knew he edged it. He was disappointed. You could see him hitting the ground. There was no dispute about him. From his point of view, he hit that ball. He's gone. It's 2 for 14.
It wasn't the greatest of deliveries. Mox has come around the wicket. It has gone very wide. If he'd not put the bat on it, it would have been called wide. But he did, and he got the wicket.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He was looking so solid in defence in the previous over. He was looking really good. But sometimes the loose balls can take wickets, right? A little bit of a lack in concentration, and the wicket falls. And it looks like the skipper, Charlie Walsh, now coming out to join his brother in the middle.
You were telling me, was it last weekend's washout game, about how these two in the under-17s that weekend put together a 97-run partnership.
I think it was 97. Charlie ended up, after the partnership, getting out in the mid-70s. Younger Walsh was high 20s, low 30s, something like that, but they put on nearly 100 together, so which got them through into this match. Of course, they lose that, they're not here today. So they need the same from them today, Aaron, by the look of it. Two early wickets.
2 for 14. Hurricanes in all sorts of strife. We know this LSW Tigers team is very strong. So the Walsh boys, as we said, we got our lunch delivered by their dad. And now Charlie's on strike. Leaves it alone outside off with that angle. Good decision. 5 overs done. KCC Hurricanes 14 for 2. LSW starting this game very confidently. You can see on the Manhattan, wicket in the second over, wicket in the 5th over. A chat between the Walsh boys out in the middle. They know what they have to do now. And that's stay out there for a while. Muhammad Ali Usman looks like he's continuing from the members' end. He'll be bowling to Will Walsh. Will tries to whip him away on the leg side, but doesn't get all of it. Fielder at square leg went and stole the mid-wickets ball just for fun, showing that he's enthused, as the LSW Tigers players are. Why wouldn't you be? Got the Hurricanes 14 for 2 after 5. Umpire Asif at the members' end. Good delivery there from Usman. He's quick, gets some bounce. Will just tucking the bat away in the end, protect himself. No rash shots required at this point for the Hurricanes. Usman in again, short again. He's got it through the infield, not all the way through. Get picked up by an extra cover fielder, throws it in. Neil Pawar just throws one glove up because he's got that much talent. Collects it, they get a single. Will Walsh gets off the mark after 9 deliveries.
There's a nice shot that from Will Walsh through the covers. Didn't really just laid the bat on, pushed it through for 1. Gives his captain and his brother the strike. Just defends into the leg side. There's no run there. Usman's impressed me early. Into his 3rd over, 1 for 4. It's been good. Very smooth, nice runner. Good at the crease. Field quite rightly. I'd like to see a little bit more attack. I'd like to see a slip in there actually for the captain, the big wicket of Charlie Walsh. Oh, that's a bit full on leg stump. He just punches it to mid-on, no run. A short cover in there, sure, yeah. Point and a third. Might bring that mid. Well, they've got a mid wicket there. I'd like to see that mid wicket come into a slip position. Put the pressure on. At 2 for 15, they're on top. It's the last ball of the 6th over. It's a bit slower, and Walsh just plays it behind point. Third comes around and collects. He'll get 1. He'll keep the strike. KCC under 17s Hurricanes 2 for 16 after 6. We're looking to take their time here, the Walsh brothers. Fall of the 2 early wickets, both openers back in the pavilion. Bhutani going for 9, Mishra earlier for 1. Must be said, both of them weren't great shots in semi-finals, or the eliminator as we're calling it. Round the wicket. Well wide of off stump. Shah fancying this round the wicket approach to the right-handers. Successful. His first over, must be said, wasn't the greatest shot though. But he did take the wicket, so credit to him. Still no slip in. Third man back on the rope, final leg on the rope. Round the wicket, that's going to be wide again. He's just pushing it straight across the face of the right-handed Charlie Walsh. Just watching him go harmlessly by and seeing every time another 1 going on the total.
I'm not really sure why Mox is going around the wicket. He got a wicket going around the wicket, but it would have been a wide if it wasn't hit.
I would say from bowler's perspective, it's more good luck than good management, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, there we go again. He's just... I don't know, you're just taking LBW out of the equation, right?
Absolutely. It's every ball's pitching to outside leg and moving away so far around the wicket. And he might be able to tempt Charlie into trying to pull on the leg side, but they don't have anybody out there on the fence, so if Charlie Walsh decides he's going to pick one up.
And Charlie's just going to watch them for as long as he wants, right? He's too experienced a batsman to fall into a trap of slashing wildly early. If he thinks he's there to hit, he will go, but he knows the responsibility that he's got today as well. So if you're going to get Walsh, you want to get him early. Otherwise, he's a patient batsman. He will stay out there and he'll capitalise later. And again. You know, I could run an argument that it's a specific tactic they've built for Charlie Walsh, but that's wrong because they were doing it to the opening batsman as well. So it's some sort of, whether the young man does this every week, Shah, I'm not sure. Let's not be overcritical. He has taken a wicket with it.
I thought he started over the wicket.
He did, and then he shifted.
Yeah, because he bowled a wide. But then he's bowling more wides. That's better line and length, but he's not going to tempt Charlie Walsh into a shot there, and it's never going to hit the stumps.
No, Walsh is very patient, Aaron. He'll take all the time he needs. I know the run rate's not very impressive at the moment, but that won't worry the Walsh brothers at all at the moment. The fact is they want to be out there, they want to get their eyes in, and they can capitalise later on. And they've got batting to come behind them to support them as well. So
2 balls remaining in the 7th. That's a slower delivery. Didn't capitalise there, Charlie. He saw it. Just whipped it around the corner to square leg.
Yeah, it surprised him a little, I think, and just you can see his hand movement there, just as far as didn't bounce as much as he thought it might have. He just tried to be conservative and tuck it round. Later in the innings, he would have been straight on that, hit it straight over the top of square leg behind square for 6, but he's just conservative early.
So it'll be 2 wides, finished with 6 dots. That's the end of the 7th over. KCC Hurricanes are 18 for 2. See the partnerships there. Not really that impressive. 8 for the first opening stand. We do have power plays in under 17s, 35 overs then, so it's not the same. They keep changing the rules on me, mate.
Well, I thought we checked the rules last week and there was no power play.
But that was Saturday Cup.
Oh, maybe 17s is different.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I can't keep up. That's why I can't remember when if it's under 16s, under 17s, Saturday Cup,
Well,
T20 Sunday Elite, Premier League. Oh, there's so many games to
You're
call.
lucky to remember that. The game we're calling, let alone all the rules that go with it.
If umpire gives us a wave up the top there, we know there's a power play.
So we're going to change a bowler here at the clubhouse end.
Yeah, it's Ahmed coming in.
Ahmed.
It was a good spell there from Muhammad Ali Usman.
Yeah, it was. He,
You liked his style.
oh, very impressive.
He's having a rest. It's very warm out there in the middle. See the sun shining, beating down in the afternoon. See the shade come across later on, but at the moment, 1:38 p.m. It's 31 degrees. I'll be warmer in the middle, and it's still 74% humidity. Tough work in the field. That's why KCC put the little Saiwan Tigers out into the field and had a bat first. One of the reasons. No run there, straying onto the thigh pad.
Yeah, Will Walsh looking solid. Yeah, 1 off 10 or 11. His brother Charlie's 1 off 10 or 11, around that same sort of thing. They've got to, at some point soon, look to find those gaps and get the ones and turn the strike over.
They've seen off the opening bowlers. Now Imran into the attack from the members' end. He's quick as well. They're going to get a quick single here. Well run.
That's what I was talking about. We saw it earlier with Charlie Walsh in the seniors game. He runs so well between the wickets. You saw Will just punch it into the leg side between fielders, and Charlie went quickly, and he's well supported by Will, it must be said.
Brings Charlie Walsh on strike. He's 1 off 10. His brother currently outscoring him.
Doubling him.
Doubling, 200%. 100% better. Watchful again. This is the end where we see uneven bounce. We occasionally get one that pops up. Catching. They've got a catching position in there at a short cover.
Which, of course, Charlie's going to be well aware of, because it was about an hour and 20 minutes ago that's exactly how he got out.
It was. Ball that just jumped up on him. Came off the handle.
There's one there, yes, well called. Good running again.
There you go, now they're both on 2. And that is the end of the 8th over. KCC Hurricanes 20 for 2.
That's all they've got to do now. They've been out there for a while, both of them, just in the 12 and 13 balls respectively. Now to start turning the strike over, getting the ones, wait for the bad balls, find the boundaries, and the run rate will lift. 20 off 8 at the moment. It's a 35 over game.
We say it's hot work out there for the fielding side, but got to remember that both of these Walsh boys out there in the middle have already played a T20 game this morning, and it went the whole distance. He did 39.5 overs.
As Jamie Atkinson come past the commentary box.
Great work.
He's glued to this under 17 semis, as we all are. Unluckily lost this morning. Won't be seeing him again this season, as the Templars are out.
He got run out and he's now running away. Heading home after the Templars lost on the second last ball. Very exciting game. And if you were going to go back and watch that, I've probably just spoiled it for you, but you should have been watching live.
Another change of bowler at the bowling club end.
Is this Sheehan? Now, Bots.
Sheehan, yes.
I love this kid.
Okay.
Just his bowling. It's just so much fun to watch.
Let's have a look as he talks to Shoria Muta there and cover. He's going to be bowling to Charlie Walsh. There's plenty of arms going on. Left arm coming between the umpire. Number 22, Sheehan. It's a good ball. Right on line first off. Moves his field a little bit again. Cover goes back to sweeping on the boundary. Arms back, arms around, arms up, and bowls. I like it, Aaron.
It's a good action, and he's pretty much on the money. If he can get some spin, generate some spin from that end, and we've seen him spin during the games today, he will be a danger. Sheehan in now to Will Walsh. It's lofted, they don't have the mid on, in close and just gets through.
He's only 3 balls in, but he seems enormously consistent in his timing and his approach to the wicket. Everyone seems to be exactly the same every time. It's very disciplined, it seems. And he's been on the money from first ball as well. So, yeah, I like the look of him as well, Aaron, very much so. It's a bit short.
So that he makes a uncharacteristic error, but it is cut off because he fields on the rope. It's the single.
I mean, any spinner is going to drop short at some point. To be fair, that wasn't that short, but Walsh made it into that short ball and cut it away. And
it was no Bakari short.
no, it wasn't that level short. No.
You'll see that in the T20 game if you watch the replay. I watched it live. Got a wicket out of it though. That one's full up, floated up there, drops, drifts. Tidy over so far. Just the 3 singles coming from it. Though the Walsh boys will be happy with that too. They've been rotating the strike this over. Hurricanes coach Atik Iqbal just walking past the commentary position. Get a drink of water. There's a big appeal for LBW. Not out. And that's the end of the 9th over. KCC Hurricanes 23 for 2.
Yeah, Sheehan certainly looks like a bowler with a lot of potential, and we know how valuable a good left arm spinner is in any team as well. So he's very impressive first over here in this eliminator for a spot in the grand final in the under-17s 35 over competition. You're going to go back to Ahmad from the clubhouse end.
So on the replay there, it was all blocked by the umpires and the bowlers, but just outside the line. Good decision by umpire Ahmed out there. It was very close, and that's what he can do. He can get through the defence, gets you wrapped on the pads. LBW Sheehan, good over to start with. Imran to continue. Oh, has Charlie waving the bat at it.
Yeah, that one, it didn't get up as violently as some of the others, but it certainly did get up off a good length, more than you would normally expect, and that beat Walsh there.
And the replay, see that it's outside off. It did jump up a bit. Charlie just tried to get his bat behind it. Tucked it out of the way, perhaps. Making sure it wasn't an edge. Imran in again to Charlie Walsh. Straight onto the pad this time. Will Walsh is going to have some work to do if they go to the bowlers, the batting end, but he tried the non-strikers end, and Charlie Walsh very fast.
You can hear him. Ahmed going well down here at the clubhouse end.
That's short, guided very nicely through the gully region by Will Walsh for a single. The singles are coming a bit easier now, Bots.
Yeah, and that's what they need to do. Just, you know, keep talking about this morning and this afternoon how good Charlie is between the wickets, and he's getting great support from Will out there. He's just trying to push around those ones, and he'll wait for the bad balls and put it away. Just coming up to the end of the 10th over now. Run rate below 3. They're not going to be overly stressed about that at all. Plenty of time to accelerate later on. It's about batting the 35 overs like you mentioned earlier, Aaron.
Another good delivery.
It'll all come later.
From my exact position where I'm sitting, you can actually see a heat haze out there. It's so warm out in the middle when the sunshine comes out, so it's tough work for the under-17 boys.
No, it's a really hot day. We've seen a lot of the players from the men's Elite T20 Cup, retire poolside, get over and
When do
try
we
to cool the
retire
body down.
side? Never. Just constantly calling the games.
End of this over. Runs
That's
there.
well played. Got it through the infield. At least two. As they come back for the second. Make the fielders work for it. Right down there on the rope near the swimming pool pavilion. Another good 2 runs on the board for this over so far, with 1 ball remaining in the 10th.
Aaron, importantly, we talk about big ins and big outs out of this team. Samad Khan not here today.
That is a big
Playing
out.
in the big eliminator.
That's lofted over the infield. That's going for 4. You can stop running for that one, young fella. That's over the rope. Well timed, well hit. He knew the field was up inside the circle. Finishes the 10th over with a boundary. 10 overs done. KCC Hurricanes, 31 for 2.
Yeah, good shot that from Charlie Walsh, and we saw that a couple of times this morning. He only got 12 or 14 runs. I can't remember what it was, but a couple of them with that straight shot down the ground, lofted, and he did it there beautifully. He's been watchful, he's been patient. That one was full. He took full advantage and smashed it straight down the ground for 4.
Umpire Teef from this morning, heading off. Did his job in the T20 games. Fine effort out there in the middle. Him and umpire Hutton. And right now, over at square leg, is umpire Teef's brother, umpire Asif. But at the bowling green end, it's umpire Ahmed, and Shian will continue. Big LBW appeal at the end of the last over. That was against Will Walsh, I believe, and he's on strike. Well, Charlie's started to motor along a bit more. Will still on 4 off 17. Very full, down leg side, called wide. Just got his line out of shape there, Shian. He's aiming for that LBW again, but pushed it too far down the leg side. Will missed out on it. It's lofted in the air, but there's nobody there. It's just 2 bounces to the fielder. More bottom hand there from Will Walsh. It's a danger. Some more clouds come over the ground to make it a little bit cooler with the breeze. Full. Let's go. It's gone straight through everything. I think if Putwire had got gloves on it, might have been a stumping. It was a great delivery. Beat everything. Oh, yes. It was a very good delivery. Older brother Charlie on strike now as they scampered through for a bye. Couple of extras this over for Shian, but the rest have been dot balls. Comes in again to Charlie Walsh, floats it up there. Charlie watchfully leaves it alone. He's not going to be tempted. It's needed. He'll hit the bad balls and protect the good balls. Anything outside off, he's going to leave it alone. Final delivery of the 11th over. Shorter this time. Bottom edged by Charlie into the turf. No run, dot ball. That's the end of the 11th. KCC Hurricanes 33 for 2. Check the Manhattan. It was a good innings, 9 runs. Slight delay in play. Everybody decided to have a drink. Even though it wasn't a drinks break, I need a drink. Throat's starting to get a little. There we go. My knee bot's back.
I'm back, baby.
Good. My throat's gone.
Here I am. Leave it with me. Will Walsh on strike. Change of bowler, it looks like. Change of bowler from the clubhouse end. 2 for 33 the score. Going at 3 runs and over. Walsh brothers looking comfortable out there at the moment. Looks like Iqbal, I think. Is from the clubhouse end. A couple of pigeons have just arrived. Good to see in front of the commentary box.
Exciting. You can see the
Down at mid-on. Will Walsh aiming at the pigeons actually, but didn't get enough of it. It's fielded there at mid-wicket. He's just on 4 off 20. He's doing a job. Just got to be there for a while, you know. Trying to turn the strike over a little bit more than he has been, but he's mashing his bat down as he concentrates, waits for Iqbal to come in. He defends into the offside. There's not a run there. Big brother Charlie sends him back. He hit it straight to point. Changing the field. Shaurya bringing himself from the offside across the leg side now into a mid-wicket position. Mid-wicket moving across to just in front of square and a man just behind square. Will Walsh violently hitting the ground and he's concentrating as the bowler comes in and he just defends back down the wicket. It's a thumbs up from the non-striker's end from Walsh. Got a good game plan and they're playing to it with losing the openers early. Patani for 9, Mishra for 1. Full toss on the offside. Walsh gets it through, gets it just wide of mid-off. They get through, scamper through for a single. First run off this over. It's Charlie Walsh on the strike. Prize today is a spot in the grand final next Saturday. Iqbal cuts. Walsh cuts hard, misses. Looks at the umpire expectantly for a wide, but it's not called, not delivered.
I'm back, bots, and so's my voice. Had myself a little bit of a lunch.
And that is
snack.
Good to see.
Yeah.
Enjoying the beautiful food here at the Kowloon Cricket Club.
Indeed, a beautiful sandwich.
There's no run there. It's a good shout from Charlie Walsh.
That's the end of the 12th over. 1 run coming from it. KCC Hurricanes 34 for 2. There's the worm. It's nothing impressive, but after 2 early wickets, these two have been out there now for 7 overs together. And doing a job.
Might have been a little bit unfortunate there, just watching the replay from Charlie Walsh, but might have just snuck inside that tram line.
Sheehan to continue from the bowling green end.
He's looked good, Sheehan. 2 overs, none for 4.
There was a wide in that last over. He just pushed it too far down leg, but apart from that, he's pinning the batters down. It's a confident stroke and confident run.
Now it's really good from Will Walsh there. He came down the wicket, not letting the bowler dictate to him, and punched it just to the left of mid-off there and took off straight away and supported by Walsh at the other end. So gets himself down the non-striker's end. That's what he needs to do, push it around a little bit, get the ones.
Very full, drops on Charlie, but he chops it out down to long on. single there every day. Now they've got 2 back on the leg side fence. There's a lot of space on that leg side if Xi'an drifts too far onto the pads. Got a deep mid wicket and then a long on, shortish long on. He's going to try to sweep that around the corner. That's going to go to racing down for 4.
Now it's a very good shot from Will Walsh. He's been patient and just waiting, and Xi'an's just drifted onto the legs and he swept him beautifully round the corner. It's 4 runs to Will Walsh. Score goes to 40.
And we go. We're saying it's pinning down the batters, but this time Will Walsh goes on the attack. Sweeps it off leg stump, round the corner. Everybody inside the circle raced away for 4. Gets a tap on the lid from his big brother afterwards. That's a full toss. That's that should have been caught and bowled, and in fact it went through the hands and it's hit Xi'an in the forehead. I hope he's okay.
Yeah, it's turned into a falcon. It was a full toss and Will Walsh has just hit it straight back. It's gone through his hands onto his forehead, as you say. It looks like he's fine. It wasn't travelling that hard. I just think it surprised the bowler.
Into the forehead. See on the replay, he's still holding the top of his head, but obviously no claret, so he will continue. Bottom hand again there from Will. He needs to be careful about that one. It's a full toss. That's better. Driving along the ground, gets the quick single.
Yeah, hit that one nicely along the ground wide of mid-off. Taking 1 again. Scoreboard starting to tick over now for KCC as these 2 establish themselves in the middle.
A handy 27-run partnership now. Driven hard. They do have someone there. Charlie gets through easily. Puts the pressure on the fielders and gets the run. And that's the end of the 13th. KCC Hurricanes 42 for 2.
Yeah, doing a good job, these 2. Runs just starting to flow a little bit more freely now. We've had 13 gone. It's 2 for 42. The Walshes are on 13 and 11. The older brother, the highest score at the moment.
That beautiful sweep from Will got him into double figures.
Yeah, it was a lovely shot. Just showed patience and waited, and Xi'an just drifted onto that leg side and Will took full advantage.
Sultan Iqbal to continue from the members' end. Charlie Walsh on strike. Short. It's not. I got a lot on it. It got more than I thought. That's 6. Down near the pigeons scatter as it flies over the rope for 6.
Well, I tell you, the luckiest person in KCC at the moment is the driver of that van, because that was absolutely travelling from Charlie Walsh. It cleared the boundary, but it bounced between the rope and the van and then just hit around the mud flap area. Could have easily crashed through one of the windows of the van.
Didn't even get all of it, Charlie, there.
No, not at all. It was more top edge than middle, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it still managed to fly the rope. So if he gets one out of the middle, watch out, van. Full toss this time. Umpire keeps the arm down, so it was below waist height. Gets a single. Good start to the over. 7 runs coming out from it already. Brings Will Walsh on strike.
Well, that's what we're talking about, Aaron. They showed a great deal of patience and they've looked really solid and just batting and being disciplined and conservative, and they took 8 off the last over and have taken 7 off this one. It's only 2 balls in, so runs becoming a lot more, as the driver has come back down to his vehicle now. He's aware of what might be going on.
Checking his mud flap. We're just waiting. Charlie Walsh getting his chute just tied up again. He did that when he walked out to the crease as well. Now we're underway. Iqbal to Will Walsh.
Aaron, it's something that seems to happen a lot in cricket, about the re-tying of shoelaces.
It does.
On the way out to the wicket. Like, it's one of the first things you learn. Not even when you're playing cricket, when you're a young boy. Do your shoelaces up before you go to school.
Yeah.
Do your shoelaces up before you go on the cricket ground. It's not difficult.
Do your shoelaces up before you put your gloves on. Straight down the leg. Umpire Asif looks at the scorers and shakes 2 5s. Gives it wide. Yes.
Well, it's fundamental, keeping the shoes on, right?
Maybe Charlie needs a new pair of shoes. His mum's up there watching all the action. Her boy's out in the middle.
I'll have a word at the break.
I'm sure she'll appreciate it. Iqbal. Will Walsh just drops it at the toes. Another quick single. Well run. There might be overthrows.
Well,
5 runs to Will Walsh. I really don't think... I know they want to put pressure on, but Charlie was home. And backing up was not great. 5 runs to Will Walsh. We've had a 6 and a 5 off this over.
Yeah, well, that's a symptom of pressure from the batters transferring it to the fielders. The good run taking, the good quick singles from Charlie Walsh has forced a rash throw.
And all of this action, the KCC Hurricanes have brought up their 50, and then they brought up another 5 in that last ball. Now they're trying to figure out, there's definitely a run to Will, and there's 4 more to Will, so Charlie must be on strike.
Yeah, the Walsh boys not really sure about the rules. Charlie thinking because it's gone for a boundary means Will's back on strike, but of course it's not, because they've run through for the single and it's the 4 that counts as overthrows that goes to the 5 total. So another big over here for the KCC Hurricanes.
13 so far, 2 balls remaining. And some nice needed dot there for Iqbal.
Yeah, 8 off the previous, 13 off this one with 1 to come. All of a sudden, 2 for 55, you're going at nearly 4 and over, right?
3.98, as it says on the screen. 21.1 overs remaining. Good place, the Hurricanes now. They looked a little sketchy early. Another tip and run. Work to do for Will. He gets home, it's a direct hit. He was home.
Yeah, it's nothing. It's just good running from KCC.
That's the end of the 14th over. KCC Hurricanes 56 for 2.
Yeah, it came together, these two, when the score was on 14. They've now put on 42 to take it to 56. Charlie Walsh 21 off 32. Will Walsh 16 off 29. Starting to look a little bit ominous here from LSW from an LSW perspective. They'll be very much hopeful of a wicket in the next couple of overs, Aaron.
Just saw the replay of the run out, appeal. Will Walsh safely home. Put his bat down very late just to put the nerves through everyone, but he was safely home.
Also noticed the van driver is not taking a second chance. He's disappeared from the Kowloon Cricket Club, although there is one other van sitting behind, which is very much, it remains in the firing line. Seems it's already got a few dents on the left-hand side.
Sheehan to continue for the bowling green end. Charlie Walsh on strike. This punches that easy single down to long on. I actually like the position they've got their long on, short long on in. It's not right on the ropes. Oh, he's got the thick edge there, Will, but he'll get away with it with a single. Very good running again. Sound like broken records we do, but
Turning the striker over the last 3 overs, we haven't really seen many dot balls, just the 2 in the last 2.2 overs, which is, they've really upped the ante from where they were before, from shoulders and arms and defence to really clipping the strike over and finding the boundaries when they're available.
Little upish there from Walsh, but safe. Good delivery from Shia. Keeps that one along the ground, punches it to mid-off. Easy run again. They want to stop these singles, LSW. They're going to have to feel in tighter, closer.
Yeah, you're right, Aaron. They're right back on the ropes on the inner circle, and anything just to the left or right, the Walsh brothers are off out of the blocks really quickly and taking the easy ones now.
There it is again. Just a repeat. This one might be close. They're going to go for the striker's end this time, but Charlie realised and put the extra turbos on to get home safely. 11.11.
It's good cricket in KCC.
That one's in the air safely. There's nobody in close on the leg side. They finished the 15th over with a single. Hurricanes 61 for 2.
The LSW want to be a little bit careful here. They need to stay up and about. and in this game, because the Walsh brothers are just pushing them around as easy as they like at the moment for the last 3 overs, and you don't want to see LSW heads go down in a big game like this. They need to stay up. They need to try to wrestle control back, because at the moment the Walshers are doing a great job for KCC.
Your man Imran back into the attack for little Sai Wan. They've used 5 bowlers in 15 overs so far. But you've liked this kid's action when he was bowling previously, I believe. It was Imran that you liked?
And I think it was Iqbal.
He was bowling from the...
Usman it was.
Muhammad Ali. And then there was Imran that replaced him. Huge outside edge there. He was looking to drive it straight back over the bowler's head. Didn't get it all.
Just signalling to his brother as he came down that it moved a little bit in the air, I think, was Charlie then. Who, for those who know Charlie, is sporting a very, very sharp haircut, which was done about 2 weeks ago. Before that, it was hair below the shoulder. Went on a school camp and his mates helped him out, getting rid of all his hair.
Nice summer do, I like it. Practical. I like a good practical haircut.
Yeah, they didn't take the single there, but Will Walsh's intent was fantastic. Looking for that one. Dabbing it into the offside. Bowler did really well coming through in his follow through and cutting off the one.
Now, of course, they might change the rules on me, but normally in a 35 over game, we'll be taking a drinks break after 17. So we've got about 10 balls left before the drinks break. LSW, we're looking for a breakthrough. There's the tip and run again. Very good cricket. I like it.
Doing a very good job, Will Walsh, isn't he?
Especially, you can see Charlie's intent now. He's trying to go bigger. Will's just rotating the strike back to him. Let him pump the runs in, even though they're quite evenly matched on runs at the moment. 19 and 25 apiece. And Charlie certainly indicating that if he's going to get a loose ball, he's going to go after it.
Partnership 49 now, Aaron.
Just what the Hurricanes needed.
Big shout of no from Charlie Walsh there. Good loud early call.
Thumbs up from Will.
I must say, maybe feeling the heat a little bit out there. I saw him bending over a little bit earlier on this over.
As we said, already played 39.5 overs this morning. Both of them out in the middle batting, including the fielding. That's lofted. That could go all the way as well. No, one bounce for 4.
And that's the 50 partnership up for the Walsh brothers for the KCC Hurricanes under 17s. Very important 50 partnership. Came together with the score on 2 for 14. Have now taken along for 2 for 67. Charlie Walsh 29 off 39. Will Walsh 19 off 30.
Just whipped it off the pads there. One bounce over the rope. They've now decided to put a player back exactly where that ball landed at deep mid wicket. Everyone was in the circle before that on the leg side. And they're going to get another single on the offside. Got the direct hit. Some good arms out there on the offside.
But again, that's good cricket. Take advantage, ball drifts onto the leg, hit it for 4, get the next one, single.
16 overs done, KCC Hurricane 68 for 2.
I'll try a little round the grounds, Aaron, and just see what's going on in the Sunday League T20 fixtures. We, of course, had the morning game here. As games continue all around Hong Kong. Infidels one team through to the semi-finals. In Pool A, we have the HKCC Scorpions up against the HKCC Optimists, so another in-house rivalry like we had here this morning.
Sheehan to continue from the bowling green end with the last 6 legal deliveries before drinks. He's bowling to Charlie Walsh. No will, no was the call. So, the Scorpions versus Optimists. How's that going?
Well, oh my goodness gracious me. Very strong top order the Scorpions have at the moment. Martin Kutsia and Anshuman Rath open the batting up there. Kutsia gets 44 off 16 before being dismissed. Anshuman Rath is not out at the moment, 107 off 47. Sheehan continues.
Nice shot there. Just be a single though. Well, that's dangerous. If Arch is back in the team, plus Kutsia, that's a very deadly team.
Well, they've demoted Nazakat Khan, the captain of Hong Kong and opening batsman, to number 3. He comes out. He's out now, but he got not before he got 69 off 34. Kinshid Shah out there now with Anshuman Rath. The score is 2 for 245 off 17 overs.
So the top 4 is 3 national players and 1 soon-to-be national player.
Yes, 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 absolutely correct.
Well, my heart goes out to the optimist because that's going to be a long afternoon. Back here, that's a full choice. It could be a wicket though. It is a wicket. Well has hit it straight down the throat of Mid-on, who was brought inside the circle. And he got the wicket. Sheehan, it wasn't the greatest of deliveries, but he gets the breakthrough just before Drinks. 3rd wicket falls. KCC Hurricanes 69 for 3.
Yeah, it certainly wasn't the greatest of balls, but bad balls get wickets. As we know, Will Walsh saw the full toss, got all excited about it, but could do nothing but punch it to mid-on or half mid-on. Like you were talking about before, that half position, he's hit it straight to him. Taking a good catch, to be honest with you, at the end. That's a drinks break, Aaron, I think.
It is the drinks break. We'll just quickly run through the batting and bowling cards, and then we'll have a quick drinks break ourselves. There's the batting lineup for the Hurricanes. Krish Bhutani and Prakar Mishra open the batting. Only 9 runs and 1 run for them until they were dismissed. Caught, and right then you saw Will Walsh, eyes lit up for a full toss off Sheehan, and he was caught out 19. And at the middle, Charlie Walsh not out on 31. But the bowling for Little So One, used lots of bowlers so far, 5 bowlers. Iqbal 4 overs, 1 maiden, none for 21. Usman 3 overs, 1 for 5. Moksha 1 wicket for 7 off his 2. Ahmed 3 overs, none for 17. And right there at the end, Sheehan 4.4 overs, 1 for 18. We're going to take a drinks break here from Kowloon Cricket Club. Join us on the other side.
I don't know who this was.
ये जो भी एसी में बैठे हैं ना, ये जब ऑफिस में निकलेंगे ना बेटा भाई, तो इनको गंदे वाले गाने निकलने देंगे। ऐसी ना जगह पे बड़ा कि मौसम ऐसा है, तो यूट्यूब में लड़के हैं ना, इनकी गलती नहीं, वो हिल नहीं पा रहे। उनको मैंने बहुत दफ़ा बोला, जी नहीं प्रॉपर इंटरनेशनल ड्यूटी, यू गेट मुझे लाइफ टिकट फॉर इनको वी एड इन द टाइम ऑफ ड्राइवर बट स्टे शॉप फिर भी ना तो आफ्टर नो बेचारे जॉब करके निकला चल के जा बट आई थिंक बिकॉज यू हैव अ स्किलर प्रॉफिट ओवर टाइम हो जाएगा फिर ना इनके लिए बहुत अब वैसे भी आई थिंक प्रॉपर ही द फर्स्ट और सेकंड रिजल्ट क्या है मैच चल रहा है अभी 6 बजे तक मैच चल रहा है क्योंकि मैच अच्छा है संडे का दिन भी है ना हाँ क्या स्केड्यूल नहीं बना तो मैं ट्रेनिंग पे नहीं आ सकता। जैसे मेरे को संडे बोलो कि आना ग्राउंड में तो नो प्रॉब्लम। लेकिन वो क्योंकि आई थिंक आई कैन अंडरस्टैंड कि बाकी लोग आ रहे हैं तो मैंने कहा ठीक है खेलो फिर
ओवर में गए।
Right about the dance.
ये न्यू बैट्समैन कौन है? न्यू बैट्समैन ऐसे इमरान शौर्या बैट्समैन कौन है? गर्ग
Welcome back to KCC. Aaron Bush with you for this under-17s eliminator final between the KCC Hurricanes and Little Saiwan Tigers. Also joining me in commentary is Matt Botfield. He's just getting some refreshments. Out in the middle, Arush Garg has come out after the wicket just before drinks of Will Walsh holding out to mid-on. Shian gets his first wicket of the day. He will complete the 17th over. 2 balls remaining. Garg on strike, gets out of whack on his run up there, Shian, and will go back to his mark. Botters, game's nicely poised.
Is indeed. A little chat with Chris Walsh during the break, father of Charlie and Will, and he expressed his disappointment for Will.
He wasn't impressed with the delivery that he got out on, and fair enough, it was a rank full toss.
Yeah, it was, but that can happen. Your eyes light up and hit it straight to the field. It's unfortunate, but it's cricket and you learn from it, right?
Indeed, and it was a very handy 50-plus partnership between the Walsh brothers, just what the Hurricanes required. Now they need another one between Arush Garg and Charlie Walsh. 1 ball remaining in the 17th. Very full, that is a full toss. Plenty of room on the leg side.
You're just continuing to go around the grounds. In pool 3, Pakistan have beaten the Wanderers.
We're talking T20 here.
T20 Elite, yeah, with
Sunday
semi-finals
elite.
next Sunday, with a final next Sunday afternoon. Pakistan are playing the Cricket Hong Kong Dragons this afternoon, so Pakistan will win that. So you can say they're through from pool 3. Got Scorpions are going to go through from pool 1. They are 3 for 280 at the end of the 19th over. Anshuman Rafa 116 off 51. Martin Kansaya out 44 off 16. Nazaka Khan 69 off 34. So they're going through from the first pool, being pool 1. Infidels through from pool 2. Pakistan will go through from pool 3. And from pool 4...
Must be a Little Saiwan game.
Little Saiwan versus USRC, which USRC have won. They restricted LSW to 9 for 96 off 20 overs and finished 3 for 99.
Back here live. Arush Garg, nice drive there, but no run.
Standouts up there in the Chase Shahid Wasif Open, 34 off 28. Akbar Khan 37 not off 31, combining with Waqas Khan 10 off 17, so they're through to the
Did
semi-finals
Ehsan play in that one?
Ehsan Khan did play in that one, yes.
But it is on AstroTurf over at Ting Kwong Road Recreation Ground for these T20
even
ones.
today, is it?
Yeah. The turf areas are being protected for an international competition, women's competition coming up in June. So all games at the moment at Ting Kwong Road Recreation Ground are on Astro, which really negates anything that Ehsan Khan can do. He's a magician, but he's not that good.
Yeah, so semi-finalists next week, Sunday, which we believe will be broadcast by Cricket Hong Kong, will be the Scorpions of Hong Kong Cricket Club, Infidels of KCC.
I've just been told that they did play at turf out at Ting Kwong Road today.
Yeah, I was just going to double check it now.
Is it listed? I was told that we're not playing on the turf unless this is the last weekend. Does it say Astro?
No, it says Astro for Little Saiwan USRC.
There we go.
They were going to play turf last week, but it was washed out, and they've listed it as Astro.
I know it's Astro next weekend for the finals. That's guaranteed.
Yeah, both games out there today listed as Astro.
It's turf here,
Well,
though,
three
for the under-17s eliminator. Playing on the same pitch. The T20 Sunday Elite game was on this morning. No run again. Just the single so far this over with one ball remaining.
Yeah, follow the wicket. They want to make sure they don't go back to back.
A little dust willy blowing through the ground across the middle of the pitch. Some mini tornadoes. It's a big gust of wind coming through those trees behind the bowler.
There is. The breeze is right up now.
It's not indicating a storm's floating around, but look at the go. Look at the dust.
Straight
Not sure if
across
it's
the middle of the
getting picked
wicket.
up on the cameras. It's pushed the ball wide though. You can see the dust now on the cameras. Neil Papa behind the stumps has had to turn around. He's got
Yeah,
a
Charlie
face full
Walsh
of
did exactly the same thing. Definitely turned his back on it to
face full of dust.
stop the dust getting in the eyes. Was cautious
There
here,
it is on the
KCC for a little while.
And the replay.
Umpire just resetting the bails as the bowler was coming in, so he's going to have to go back and start again.
Final delivery of the 18th over. And it's a dot ball. 18 overs done. KCC Hurricanes 73 for 3. New batter out there with Arush Garg. The run's not coming as freely, but the run rate over 4. Hurricanes will be happy with that.
Yeah, very comfortable with where they're at, I would say, and LSW will be thinking to themselves, we're right in this as well. If we can get the wickets of Charlie Walsh and Garg in the next few overs, they'll be right back in front. It's very evenly poised at the moment. Got a very strong batting lineup to come later on, LSW. They'll feel confident chasing a score of around 4 and over.
Looks like Little Saiwan are going to bowl out Xian. He's bowled 5 overs already. And his figures up there on the scorecard box for Shihan.
Shihan bowled 5 overs, 1 for 20.
1 for 20, continuing into his 6th, if I'm correct. 7 overs maximum in the 35 over format.
7.
So he's got 2 left.
Yeah.
And looks like they're going to bowl him out.
We're going to bowl his 6th now.
Probably got a wicket with his worst delivery of those 5 overs.
Yeah, that's true. He's bowled sensationally well, and certainly the one he got the wicket with wasn't his best, and probably his worst.
Take them any way you can. Arush Garg on strike. He's on 2. Right on the toes. Oh, there's a bit of a yes-no. Arush was coming. He gets home safely. A little discussion between Charlie Walsh and Arush Garg. It was Garg's call. He was going to the danger end. Brings Charlie Walsh on strike, 31 from 44. Captain's knock so far. Winds up on that one. Bit of an outside edge though. You just see a hand saying, I was trying to loft it a bit, push it a bit further through the cover area rather than point. Still gets a single, rotates the strike. Missed everything there, and they're going to get extra bye, a wide and a bye.
Yeah, it was just missed time there from Gargarin. It was there to hit, and just held up in the wicket on him, or what it was just mistimed, and he was waiting to be hit to the boundary and wasn't.
Did a pirouette, missed it all, but Charlie Walsh back on strike. Cut away through the gully region with a bit of spin on it. Well run again by Garg. It's good running again by this partnership. We saw it with the Walsh brothers before, and Arush has continued on.
Just looking at the stats for this competition, with Charlie Walsh's 33, it takes him up to the 4th highest run scorer so far in this competition this season. Oh, that's there to hit, and it is hit. That's put away. Yeah, big full toss on the leg stump. Smashed into the bin, didn't it?
Deservedly so. Getting a bit loose into his 6th over, Shian. It's warm work out there in the middle. He's bowled straight through. Hasn't had a break, apart from the drinks break, that is. Oh, that is, yes, watching the replay. Big fat pie. Lucky not to be a no ball over the waist, in fact.
Yeah, luckily for him, it just dipped late, but it was ordinary.
And it's a much better one, gets the dot. It's the first delivery this over that hasn't had a run off it. One to come. Floats it up there, a bit too full. Gets the single out to mid-wicket. That's the end of the 19th over, KCC Hurricanes. 83 for 3. Run rate 4.37 now, Bots. Staying up there over the 4 for 7 wickets in hand. Still got, 16 overs to go.
Yeah, LSW really need to get Walsh here, mate. They really do. If he stays out there for the better part of that 16 overs, I think LSW are going to be chasing a pretty large score. I mean, they bat strong, like I said. Can never write them off, but 19 overs in, 3 wickets down, 4.3 and over. KCC probably got their noses in front. LSW need wickets.
I think perhaps they need to bring Usman back into the attack, who opened the bowling from the members' end. Try to get the breakthrough.
3 overs, 1 for 5, Usman in his first spell.
Well, I'm a genius because they brought Usman back in.
Here he comes.
Gets that jump up delivery.
Yeah, straight away. Arush Garg can be extremely dangerous with the bat himself. Saw him hit the winning run earlier. Played for the Infidels earlier this morning, the T20.
Chip and run to get the Infidels over the line and into the semi-finals. And that's lofted in the air, just wide of the fielder, running around from mid-on. Gets away with it. Garg didn't get all of it, just landed inside the circle.
Three for 80 for the Hurricanes. Walsh on 33, Garg on 9.
Usman continues. Charlie Walsh, a bit of a yes-no as Arush Garg came down the pitch. Good over. so far, bringing Usman back into the attack. That's big swing and a miss. Big appeal for call behind. Nothing doing. Charlie Walsh bangs on his thigh pad, says it hit here, not my bat. Here's the replay. It was quick. Charlie played all the way through it, but it's come off his thigh pad. That's the noise they heard. And umpire Asif was onto it in a flash. He knew what was going on. Not out. That one's whipped away on the offside. Work to do. Not going to get all the way. They should come back for two and do. Well run. Nice shot. That's the end of the 20th. KCC Hurricanes 86 for 3.
There's a good shot there from Walsh to finish the over. 3 off that one. He's patient after the fall of the wicket of Will Walsh. Just establishing another partnership here between Walsh and Garg.
After that wayward sixth over from Shian, he's going to have a rest. Mutta coming into the attack. Bowling slow as well from the bowling green end.
Can turn the ball a long way, Aaron.
He played in the All-Stars as well.
He went away on the under-19 tour to Oman, the first one, the Division 2, and got through to Division 1. He didn't manage to hold his spot, but he did have some very good moments on that tour in Div 2.
Keep an eye on the leg spin and see if any googlies come through. Arush Garg on strike. He's just trucked along to 9 now off 12. That one went straight on. Didn't get a chance to see if that one spun because that was a rank full toss and been belted out to square leg boundary for 4.
Yeah, Garg did a number on that one. It got exactly what it deserved. He overpitched. Garg on it like a flash. Hit it to the boundary for 4. Good start to this over for KCC under 17s.
Entering the replay, Murtha, just too much air. Garg was onto it in a flash. Again, similar. This one was a bit faster onto Garg, so he's punched it straight down for a single.
He's just struggling with his length in the first few deliveries, Mutta. Walsh now, his turn. Garg goes 14. Walsh is on 35. Oh, another shoelace issue.
It's going to be your bugbear today.
Oh, it's my bugbear every day.
Both?
Not both feet. It's a double problem. I'd like to think there was no real problem with it, and he's doing the smart thing. Hasn't started well the first 3 deliveries. He's just taking a moment to himself.
I like it.
Regroup.
If it is
the case, I like that.
Let's see this delivery. Still too full. Easy pickings for the Hurricanes. That's better. He's slowly getting it into the right length, but at the moment the batters are able to get to the pitch and negate any spin. Only the first delivery did we get to see any chance of spin. That one, that one's a better delivery. The wind's picking up as well. Blowing around, drifting. 21 overs done, KCC. Hurricanes 92 for 3.
Yeah, Murtha was a bit loose there all throughout that over until the last ball. It was his best ball of the over by far, so it gives him a bit of confidence going into his next one. KCC Hurricanes looking good at the moment. These two came together when the score was on 69. They're put on 23 now. Walsh 36, Garg 14. There's 14 overs to come. Sneaking up on the 100 at 3 for 92. $175, of course, is exactly 5 and over. Walsh goes down the ground. He didn't get it properly at all. Fielder's coming round. Oh, it just bounces to the left. Off the face of the bat, I thought there was every chance that that was going to be out. There's a bit of a false shot there from Walsh, it must be said, and got a bit lucky. Could have easily have gone to hand. Usman. It's outside off stump, and that's Garg just watches it go through. Walsh a bit lucky there. It's the wicket they want at the moment, LSW. Usman. Garg just plays that into the leg side. Waterfield's no issue. He's been good, Usman. 4.3 overs, 1 for 9. The wicket of Mishra early. And the score was on just 8. That's short, that's cut, that's 4. That's good. Arush Garg, he was on that early. He was on that very early. And he's just smashed it through the offside for 4. Great shot, Arush Garg. He goes to 18. Hurricanes get closer to that 100. They're on 97. Yeah, too short there from Usman. Garg was on it so quick. He's 18 off 20. That's slower, that's fuller, and that's a wide. Garg just watching it go through harmlessly outside his off stump. The bowler might have kicked the stumps on the way through. The bails have come off. Not entirely certain, but I know the bails were dislodged. Might have clipped it with his back foot. Arush Garg again, taking strike. Slower ball, punched to the offside. Good single for a beautiful boundary and a wide. Nice single, keeps the scoreboard ticking. Good over this one for KCC under 17s.
Just 1 run shy of the ton. Always a good psychological barrier to get through.
Partnership now 30, Aaron, these two.
It's lofted in the air. They'll get a single. That will bring up the 100 at the end of the 22nd over. KCC Hurricanes 100 for 3 after 22.
Yeah, Walsh was very lucky earlier in the over there.
I was watching from the sidelines.
Drove one down the ground. Very unlucky for him not to be caught.
Managed to land it between 2 fielders.
And the second ball, which was the last ball, he only faced the first ball and the last ball of that over. Again, driven very uppishly down the ground as well. So he just needs to take a deep breath, regroup, realise what his job is. He doesn't need to go silly yet. We're only 22 overs in with KCC Hurricanes.
13 overs remaining. Mutha will continue from the bowling green end. His first over was a little expensive. That's better. It's probably going to be a wide, but at least he's got on the pitch. The length was good. And he had 2.
2 what?
Nope.
2 leg buys.
2 leg buys came off the pad. Well run.
Bang.
Will it be cut off? It will. They'll field it.
KCC ladies coming back in after this morning match. Drifting past our commentary position.
Do you know how they went?
Absolutely no idea at this point.
That's in the air. It's going to fall safely.
He needed to want that more, the LSW fielder. That really was there for the taking, and there might have been a bit of confusion with the 2 of them out there. But really didn't see a great attack on the ball there, Aaron.
I felt the same on that one on the previous over, lofted by Walsh. The 2 sort of indecisive, no real attack at the ball. Another dust storm blows through the middle of the pitch. Wild weather.
Aaron, there's too many competitions here for the ladies for me to figure out what one they played in this morning.
That's a full toss. That might be a no ball. Not called by umpire Asif. It was very close.
That's a little bit unlucky, I think, there for KCC. That umpires, of course, much better placed than ourselves, but from our vantage point, that certainly looked above hip height to me.
Just having a look at the replay. Yeah, he's hit it somewhat chest high.
The chest is normally above the hip.
Gets away with it. 23 overs done. KCC Hurricanes 104 for 3.
Just on the technicality here, Aaron, we've got 105 on Crick HQ.
We'll get that one sorted. Moksha is going to come on from the members' end once the batters have finished having a chat. And there's a few drinks out there for the fielders. It's very warm.
Extremely warm. Walsh has gone to 40, Aaron. Garg to 20. Good partnership here building.
We're just confirming that because our overlay and scoreboard has Charlie Walsh at 39.
Okay. He scored 4 himself in the last over. Yeah, he did, 4 himself. Oh no, he didn't. It was 2 leg byes. He just got 2 himself on that last over.
We're just updating the scorecard. It should pop up to 105 right now, and Walsh is 40. As Bot said, we're all good to go. Moksha coming on from the members' end now. And he is going over the wicket, which I much prefer. I'll get a single, but I wasn't really overly impressed with him going around the wicket from the bowling green end. He's a good bowler over the wicket.
I'm going to say Walsh off the back of his big 70-odd. The last match for the Hurricanes, backing up again here now into the 40s, 41. Nice cameo this morning for the KCC Infidels to help put them in the semi-finals of the Elite Cup, the T20. He's been in good form lately.
Arush Garg now on strike on 20. It's in the slot. Should be cut off. It won't be cut off. That's 4 runs.
Yeah, 4 very valuable runs there. Garg just leaned into that.
It was in the slot.
Yeah, it was full. Probably should have been fielded, as you say, but credit to Garg. He placed it really well. It was a big dive from the fielder at mid-off, but he couldn't get it. Races away to the boundary for 4.
And that field has now been replaced.
He's been given the position down to 3rd man instead.
Moksha again, shorter this time. Garg defends.
Up over 4.5 runs and over now, getting up towards 4.7.
Wickets in hand. Good place to be for the Hurricanes. It's wrapped on the pads. The loud appeal from long on. He couldn't see it because he's standing right next to us and we couldn't see it, but nobody else was interested.
0 interest from bowler keeper. And a long way down leg.
I like the enthusiasm.
There's nothing wrong with enthusiasm.
It's Qureshi down here at long on.
My mother always said to me, Aaron, if you don't ask, you don't get.
Exactly. And at that time he didn't get. Moksha again into Arush Garg. Good delivery, defence. One in the slot that went for 4 that maybe should have been cut off. It's only loose real delivery he's had this over, Moksha, and he's doing it over the wicket. I like it.
Yeah, he's much better there, isn't he? There's no doubt about it.
And it does bring into the into play the LBW then. Short, smashed. They got the new fielder there at mid-off. He makes no mistake. Got ball. End of the 24th. KCC Hurricanes 110 for 3.
Yeah, very well placed. KCC Hurricanes here. After losing earlier in the season, they were bowled out earlier in the season for 114 against DLSW, who ran that down at around 23 overs. Now you think they're going to get a lot more than 114 today with 11 overs remaining, and they're on 110.
When was that game? Where was that game played?
I'm not sure. Let me have a double check. It was both of them was their first game of the 35 over comp.
Wanted to continue from the bowling green end. He's bowling Charlie Walsh, who's on 41. Good delivery.
It was out at Ting Kwong at the start of March. KCC all out for 114.
Was it on turf or Astro?
Yes.
One of the two. Probably Astro. For under 17s, but
there was no Charlie Walsh that day for the Hurricanes, as there was no Samad Khan, as there is no Samad Khan here today. Interestingly, Arush Garg did get 41 or 49 balls.
Out of 114.
Out of 114, Arush Garg got 41 of them, yes.
It's lofted, it's almost a chance.
Next highest score was 13. So.
Not sure if that was a bump ball or a little bit lofted. It just fell short. This is much better bowling from Murtha. That one's, yes, another good delivery. Only seen the wide so far this over.
Was Astro out there? Round one meeting between these two teams. Wide down leg side? No.
Not called.
Charlie Walsh a little bit confused, looking at the keeper, saying, Neil, sir, what do you think? Thought that might have been a wide? No. Short. Ooh.
Didn't get it. Came
No.
through too quick on him.
Toe of the bat. He was through too quick on it.
Yes, correct.
Yeah. Came through slower than he thought. Just hit the end of the bat. His eyes lit up. He thought that's 4 through square leg every day of the week. And no, there's nothing to mid on.
Nice easy singles there. They've got only people out on the rope. First runs off the bat for this over. The end of the 25th over. KCC Hurricanes 112 for 3. Partnership now up to 43, these two. After a 50-plus run partnership between the Walsh brothers. Doing the job for KCC Hurricanes. Plenty of hot, hard work out there for the Little Saiwan Tigers. It's been a while between wickets. Moksha to continue from the members' end. Good over, last over for him. He's bowling to Charlie Walsh on 42, who drives him in the air, but it's going to go for 4 over the top of Mox's hand and too far to the right of the mid-off fielder. 4 runs. Very nice stroke out of the middle. Really no chance, even if Moksha managed to get a hand on it. Might have broken the hand right out of the middle. Moksha coming in, he's over-pitched it into the slot. Just flying past the left hand of Moksha. 4 runs. This time more defensive, but they're going to get a single. Charlie's going to run hard, puts pressure on the fielders, and it forces a misfield. And gets through for the single, and he moves to 48. Which also happens to be exactly what this partnership between Walsh and Garg is, 48. Arush Garg on strike now, 24 off 28, very handy, going at a nice click. And he's wound up on that one. They've got 2 down on the field. They can't cut it off. Another 4. Moksha just putting it in the slot for the KCC Hurricanes batters, and they are delivering straight.
Yeah, they're looking good here, these two, aren't they? Walsh on to 47 now. Arush Garg to 28. Looking very ominous for LSW. Desperate need of a wicket now. A lot of encouragement coming from the LSW field. I understand the importance of another wicket.
Another fielding change. Qasim going into long on. Mokshad, Arush Garg. I should point out that brought up the 50 partnership, and that's going to be the end of the 50. No, he's dropped it! Neil Patwa, of all people, has managed to drop what was pretty much a sitter. Arush Garg knows he's got a life. That 4 brought up their 50 partnership. They're 52, these two, and they should be gone.
Oh, Aaron Bush, that could be critical. Garg on 28, mark that down. He's just lofted that. He's outside edge, it's straight up in the air. Neil Patwa comes around with the gloves and somehow, unfortunately for him, puts it down.
99 times out of 100, you'd have Neil
Without
easy
doubt.
that. Into the gloves. That one, the 100th. He's still
Garg.
filthy at himself.
Yeah, Garg given a life there. It was exactly the time I just mentioned. LSW desperate for a wicket. Gone for 9 off this over so far, and just starting to take control a little bit here. The KCC under-17 Hurricanes coming up to the end of the 26th over, and Garg inexplicably put down.
Unfortunate for Mokshar too. Been punished for most of the over and finally generates a breakthrough. Can't be grasped. That's the end of the 26th over. KCC Hurricanes 122 for 3. It should be 4, but it is 3.
All of a sudden the run rate's up at 4.69, trucking along very well, going into 9 overs remaining. Still got plenty of wickets in hand now. Walsh on 47, Garg on 29. They're eyeing a big score here, the Hurricanes.
Mutha to continue from the bowling green end. 3 overs, none for 11 so far. Each over has got better and better, I feel, from Mutha.
Yeah, agree with that, without a doubt. It has a little bit loose first up. Last ball, first over was great. It's just got better. As we say that, he bowls full again. He got away with it.
Yeah, he
Just
does get away with it. That said, they have people lurking out there near the swimming pool pavilion.
See some supporters building up over there. Mahan Trivedi, Jaden Botfield and friends watching their mates play out in this under-17 semi. Well, the Eliminator.
The Eliminator. Cricket Hong Kong under-17's Eliminator.
It's Monish Aswani with them over there.
Hiding behind the banyan tree.
I think a little bit of shade.
Right in the block hole.
Better ball.
Yeah. Had to be chopped out there by Garg. Gets a single out of it. Bit of a misfield from Mutha.
I think they've all come down there wishing on Charlie Walsh's 50, I would say. Aaron, as the teammates have come out from this morning. 4. Oh, that could have been the 50 right there.
Might be. Not going to run 2.
It was a rank full toss.
Brings Arush Garg on strike. He's on 31. I'd say he's playing the supporting role, but he's scoring very nicely. It's a wide.
Yeah, he's doing a very good job. Key part of this partnership. Probably outscored Walsh in this partnership.
We'll have a look at the partnerships at the end of this over. Big swing and a miss. It's out! Arush Garg's been stumped. He was dropped last over, and Neil Patwa gets his revenge with a stumping off the bowling of Mutha, and he's going to go. Arush Garg out for 31. The 4th wicket falls.
Yeah, you've got to give credit to Patwa there, don't you? He put down a relatively easy catch, and then a few balls later, with Garg only adding 3 more to his score, he takes the stumping, a very, very good stumping, an important stumping, that of Arush Garg.
Fell over himself there, Garg. We're going to look at the partnerships, but
No need now.
and the partnerships ended. We'll have a look.
Well, he got 31, so he must have outscored Walsh, because they've got, what, 55 or something?
He scored 31 and Charlie scored 18. 58-run partnership, beating the Walsh brothers partnership of 55. But that's what you want to see from the KCC Hurricanes. While the first 2 partnerships weren't very much, the next 2, 55 and 58, have put them in a very good position.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Aaron. If you get in 35 over cricket, if you put together 2 and maybe 3 50 over partnerships, you're going to win a lot more games than you lose. And they've done a good job here getting those 2 50-run partnerships.
Just a little drinks break, not a scheduled drinks break, but very warm out there, so the umpires are being very kind and allowing a bit of extra liquid for the players. They're coming back out to get ready now. With one ball left in this. How many overs has he bowled now? This is his 4th over. He's finally got a wicket. We said each over was getting better and better. And sure enough, gets the breakthrough, which they were looking for. Who's come out to the middle there, Bots? Mana Kitcher coming out to the middle for KCC Hurricanes.
Kitcher coming out.
On strike, faced one delivery of this, the 27th over. Very short.
Nearly bounced twice by the time I got to him.
I don't know what it hit, but it did not bounce. It's come off the pad, doesn't get off the mark. Changes ends, end of the 27th. KCC Hurricanes, 128 for 4. That stayed very low.
Well, it was very short, just stuck in his hand and just rolled on the ground nearly.
We saw this morning in the T20, Daniel Bukhari got one very short, but it bounced up to chest height. That one there was ankle height.
Yeah, it certainly was. Really surprised Kitcher. Strangely enough, it's not a great one to get for your first delivery.
No.
You're not expecting something like that at all.
Change of bowling from the members' end. Imran back into the attack. Moksha going to have another break. It's unfortunate. He really deserved to get a wicket in his last over, but it wasn't happening. As we say, Neil Patwa managed to get redemption. He'll be sighing, very relieved. It's going down leg. Wide call. They're going to get through for another.
Yeah, very sloppy there from LSW. Brings Walsh on strike on 49.
27 overs out there in the field now. They're getting tired. The LSW Tigers making some silly mistakes.
Walsh on 49.
Full toss, can't beat the infield. A rolling mother. It's the stump side on. A little backhander. Turning into my left, looking up at the members area of the Kowloon Cricket Club. You can see both Walsh parents standing, watching on. Charlie on 49. Punches it, gets the single. That's his 50. Charlie Walsh, 50 off 70. A captain's knock for the KCC Hurricanes, just when it was needed.
Good 50 from Walsh there. Just really holding up the middle order. It's fantastic stuff for the KCC Hurricanes.
Arush Garg now on strike. Oh, sorry, it's Kitcher with Arush Garg getting out last over. Mana Kitcher yet to get off the mark. Just his second delivery faced. A couple of proud parents up there in the stands. The restaurant looking on. Another 50 in the books for Charlie Walsh. His friends who were under the banyan tree, seen the 50, moved on. Mana Kitcher yet to get off the mark. We'll bring the run rate down a little bit with a new batter out there. Be looking to just rotate the strike back to Charlie. 50 off 70, 70 balls faced out there, and then he's got to come out and do all the work with the gloves for 35. That's popped up in the air. Again, I'd like to see somebody on the AstroTurf.
Wouldn't surprise me actually if Will Walsh takes the gloves this afternoon after Charlie has kept this morning in the men's, and we know he's carrying a bit of a thumb injury as well, so it wouldn't surprise if he asked his brother would he mind keeping this afternoon. Let's see.
Imran, Manat is again pushes it to that short cover position, end of the 28th. KCC Hurricanes 131 for 4.
Yeah, again, you mentioned it. Aaron, unsurprisingly, with the fall of the wicket, the runs just drying up a little bit in that over. Just a single to Walsh and a wide. Just steadying the run rate slightly.
Another dust storm blows through the pitch.
Still very well placed, Hurricanes, at 131 with 7 overs remaining.
Charlie Walsh on strike, gets a big fat full toss, but doesn't get all of it. Just punches it along the ground out to deep square leg for a single. Mutha got away with that one again. He has been over pitching at times.
Yeah, I would have liked to see Walsh dispatch that to the boundary. Actually, he's been out there. He's got a half century now. Rank full toss. That should find the road.
Again, full toss. Tucked around the corner. Might be off pads. Was off the bat. One single. Walsh back on strike. He's on 51. This one hits the pitch. Again, a bit off the toe of the bat.
He's done that a few times today, Aaron, hasn't he?
Especially against Mutha. Not quite judging how quick it's coming onto the bat.
It's well bowled.
It was very zippy, that one. Zipped through, stayed low. Man, Kitch is getting some interesting deliveries from Mutha, but there we go. He's got through the infield for a single. One was hit much nicer. Certainly more gusty this afternoon than it was this morning, Bots.
Yeah, without a doubt. It's quite pleasant when it does blow. I just wish it to keep going all afternoon. Because,
out in the middle, and it comes and goes, It might make it a little bit more difficult to be batting. And ball gets a little bit of a gust. Now there's a little delay. Something's blowing onto the pitch.
I think it's something with Patwa. Something coming off the batter.
Something's fallen off from Manak Kitcher, I think.
And his Hong Kong ID cards come out of his pocket. Yeah.
Sure he needs that. Whatever it is, we've got a delay.
And whatever it is, he wants it off the ground as well, so. Unsure what's going on at the moment, but whatever it is, he's taking the opportunity for a drink, and Walsh has run across to get one also. Just one to come in this over from Mutha.
Well, I'm going to leave this one ball to you, and I'm going to go have a drink. I'll be back shortly.
All right.
I'm bringing out drinks.
You've earned it.
What's that?
You've earned it.
Why, thank you. It's been a long day. We've been here since 10 a.m. on air. What time is it now? It's after 3. Yeah. And I think we've got like a 15-20 minute break between games.
If that.
Anyway, they're back ready, so I'll stick around until the end of this over. Then I'll have a quick break myself.
Muta's one ball.
Short, ugly, should have been dispatched. Who probably needed to go near the playground a bit more. Just a single. That is the end of the 29th over. It is. There it is. KCC Hurricanes 134 for 4.
Walsh on 52. Just brought up his half century. Kitcher just come out. He's on 1, only off 6 balls. 6 overs to go. 134 to score. Run a ball gives them 170. So if Walsh is out there, they'll be hoping for a lot more than that. Probably up in the 190, 200 range. Let's see. He flicks out in the leg side, flicks it well. He's just going to get one. He wants two. He's not going to get two. Ahmed bowling his sixth now. Ball's 53. He'll be looking to find the boundaries more often than not now, and Mudders gave him that previous over, gave him some great opportunities, and he didn't take advantage. Kitcha flicks over mid-wicket well. He's not going to run all the way to the boundaries, just a flick more than anything else. Like an 8 iron, he gets one, he comes back for 2. Did well there, Kitcher.